Hi, I'm Red, and today I'm going to be reading the children's book titled Kele's Secret by Toloalwa M. Molel. Illustrations are done by Catherine Stock. Grandmother Coco's hens laid their eggs in the strangest places. One egg I found in the dark, cluttered loft of Grandfather Akwi's bedroom. Another in a gloomy cow barn on a straw, brought in for a sleeping calf. I came upon one more in a spidery corner on the outhouse near Akwi's coffee farm. Yet another lay on a cushion of leaves deep in a cluster of gnarled bamboo roots and stems. Carefully, I placed all the day's eggs into a gigantic checkered bowl in Grandmother Coco's bedroom. Coco smiled. "When the bowl is full, Johannes, we'll take the eggs to the market, you and I." I thought of the reward Coco gave me whenever I helped her with the market work, and I smiled back. "Yes, Coco." Then I wished the bowl were full already. In the evening, Coco told me, "Kele has started laying eggs, but is keeping it a real secret. Find out where she lays them." Kele was Coco's most unusual hen. She looked just like a type of wild-fowl animal called Enkelesere. We named her after the bird. I hardly slept that night. I was so excited I couldn't wait for daylight to find out Kele's secret. Her eggs would help me fill the bowl. Next morning, I kept a careful watch on Kele. I trained her as she searched for food. Inside houses, in the dust, in the mud, on the grass, and all around the compound. Soon, she made her way to Akwi's coffee farm, and I followed. The dense, jungly coffee bushes and trees on the farm swallowed up the sun above me. Kele stopped to scratch and peck at the ground. Then she moved on. When she came to an old avocado tree, she suddenly jumped and clucked in a panic. Had she seen me? I huddled behind a tree stump. We both listened to the woodpeckers tap, tap, tap on the avocado tree. In the shadowy silence, a sky-tall eucalyptus tree swayed noisily in the wind. Somewhere on the farm, I heard click, click, click as Akwi pruned the coffee bushes with his big scissors. But Kele wandered off again. We came to an aratiti tree at the edge of the farm. Its massive trunk was covered with long, crawly vines. By the tree stood a shed that Akwi had built as a rain shelter. Its walls and roof of dried banana leaves rustled restlessly in the wind. Vines from the tree reached down towards the shed like many ghosts' hands. Kele made quiet gurgling noises in the doorway. Then she went in. I stared uneasily into the cave-like shed. I wasn't afraid to clamber into Akwi's dark, cluttered loft. I wasn't afraid of the gloomy cow barn. I wasn't afraid of the spidery corners of the outhouse. I wasn't afraid to go in deep among the bamboo. But I had never gone into the creepy shed alone. Listen to the thump-thump of my heart and imagined the sound of Nianyor, a half-human, half-rock monster in Coco's bedtime stories. His stone leg drummed the earth as he came toward me from the shed. His robe of dried banana leaves flapped about. All at once, I heard a screech. Wings aflutter. Kele came streaking out of the shed, followed by a bat. The bat scraped against my cheek. I screamed. I fell to the ground, too terrified to move. With my heart pounding, I braced myself to meet Nianyor. But no one came out of the shed. I watched and waited. Akwi's scissors had stopped their click-click. Away in town, a car honked, "Teet, teet." I heard people cheer wildly at a soccer game in the big stadium by the market. Suddenly, I wished I could go to the market soon. I crept slowly forward.
Move.
I hesitated at the doorway. My eyes darted around the shed, which grew brighter as I got used to the dark. My heart calmed down. There wasn't anyone in the shed. A few steps inside, I stopped. Lying there, like a gathering of white hills at dawn, were a dozen or so eggs in a corner of the shed, all different shapes, sizes, and shades. Just then, a shadow darkened the shed. I jumped. "Look at that," Akwi remarked, gazing down at the eggs beside me. He smiled mischievously. "I was watching and wondering what you were up to." With Akwi's floppy hat, I brought the eggs safely home. "Good heavens, Johannes!" Coco cried in amazement. Excitedly, I told her of my journey after Kele and into the shed. Coco thanked me over and over for the eggs. Lucky thing you found them before some greedy snake did. I felt like quite a hero when Akwi nodded in agreement. The next Saturday, I went with Coco to market. We found a spot among a lively crowd of vendors. By noon, Coco had sold everything: the beans, bananas, sweet potatoes, nyafu, avocados, and dozens of eggs. She gave me 10 cents for helping, a thick red coin with a hole in the middle. "Buy yourself something, anything you want." "Thank you, Coco," I said, and headed towards a delicious-looking spread of rice cakes. Mandasi, dates, roasted peanuts, and fried cassava and fish. That night, Kele settled down to warm some of her eggs, which Coco had set aside for hatching. She sat in Coco's bedroom in the special place we had prepared. Watching Kele in the dim light of a kerosene lamp, I imagined bowls and bowls of eggs and days of going to the market. Coco and I. Kele kept her eyes in sleep. Quietly, Coco picked up the kerosene lamp, and I followed her softly to kitchen for supper. The end. Have a great day.